Hey there. Welcome back to another day of stealing the top secret files from these oh so arrogant pro players posting their VODs of the ALGS Pro League day. Don't they know that my platinum ass is coming for them? No, but for real, I'm watching Moist today. Last night I watched Energy play through and at some point about halfway through me watching the games, my recording stopped and I hadn't realized. So that's cool, but it's not a big deal. Today, gonna be watching Waltzy, Guild, and Timmy. Right now they're just playing some TDMs in the background. They're playing against C9, doing some warm-ups for ALGS, I suppose. And the big thing I'm trying to learn from watching these teams, from watching Moist, from watching Falcons, is I'm just trying to learn largely just how to team fight. Just trying to figure out like how these teams work around each other, like what kind of calls they're making, how they get good positions in the early game and how they transition that into like wins or high kill games. And I don't think Moist had like one of the most dominating performances on this ALGS day, but they still are like a very good team. And while you can learn a lot from wins, I feel like a big theme of the wins that I saw yesterday is that it was a team that got a really good spot and then the circle just kept pulling to them in that spot. And that says something about how to pick your rotations. It says something about like, using your ring console information and like playing zone and knowing how to play zone. And once you get those good positions, you need to be able to actually hold it down, right? And like the teams that are winning games are good at actually doing that. But in the games where people don't win, it's usually because they were getting in fights of some kind or they like got into a bit sketchier of positions, and learning how to play your way out of those is usually pretty good. Overall, these are the scores for the finals day. Moist was fourth, so I still got to do the TSM POV. But 39 points with 21 kills between them is a solid performance. So let's get into this and see how they do. Skip ahead here to like actually ALGS. Don't really feel a need to watch through their entire set of TDMs, although you could probably learn a decent amount watching this too, seeing how they're playing around each other. Alright, so we're getting into game one on Storm Point here.
I fucking won this shit!
It's really, it's always interesting seeing the meta shift and seeing how teams play it around, or play around it, and how they switch things up and like end up using new characters and adapting different things. Like the two big reasons to be playing Fuse, as far as I can tell from like watching all of this, are ring console scan on an assault character, so you're getting double the evo from a character that can multi-class. That's always useful. It's one of the best things that Pathfinder has going for them, is that he can scan either way on blue. Like the way teams are using him, I think they're pretty much exclusively using him for the ring scan. Because I think when they have Path, they're usually replacing Fuse, not Seer, but I could be wrong about that. I haven't actually looked. Bangalore smokes are one of the most absurd tools in the entire game. They're so fucking useful in like every fight, every situation. Like you just gotta find the place that you want to be putting them down, and they're incredible. And then Seer is like the advantage of just having any of the scan characters, just being able to have a legend that can give you information beyond like sight, beyond just vision, is very fucking good. You just have somebody that can tell you for absolute certain like when and where people are. If you're running up on a building, he can full scan the building. You can know what's free. You can know like what you need to be doing. And then all of them also get like the ring scan or like the people scans. It's just like an incredibly useful character to have around. Any of like Seer, Bloodhound, Crypto, like they're all good. So they're landing Cenote. We got Moist over here. I've watched Energy and I've watched Falcons. The only problem with watching different teams from the same game day is I feel like it kind of dilutes my knowledge a little, or like it kind of fucks with my ability to like look at the situations objectively. Because I know that this first circle is ending Launchpad. Like more specifically, I know it's ending like over here. I think it's like this, if I was trying to be more specific. The two like big things that are like it's kind of hard to steal information from this if I'm not like actually in tournament lobbies because obviously it plays out very differently with the way that the dropship works now in the ALGS. With every one of these teams landing in a different spot and like being forced to land in the different spot, it makes the it makes the game a lot more predictable in a way because you know that the teams are going to try to hard loot their area. They're going to spread out for that. The things that get like a little bit interesting is if teams have enough information on each other to try to rat each other out, or if they like know that they can get to specific like points of Evo first and stuff like that and try to cut each other off. But a lot of the time, you're just taking a gamble on a play that you don't like need to make for the KP when you're doing that. So things get a bit risky. Like the ability on drop for a team to just entirely just like break up and split out over the distance of an entire massive POI and use that to just to like spread out and get these massive areas of loot. It just means that all of them are coming into the middle and end game with an amount of supplies that's hard to replicate over the course of an entire team, especially in ranked games where things are more chaotic and you don't have as much freedom to take shit.
Pylon looking zone. Come back actually go quick here, okay? Quick to Baron. We'll do spiders.
That's one huge benefit to Fuse on Storm Point.
Just loot your shit and then meet
Like you just pull all the spiders into a choke and just have them all kill themselves on that shit. That's pretty good. Can do it pretty quickly. Timmy racking up the Evo here. I think I've taken a good look at the map this game. I remember, like, I know where the end of the circle is, but I don't think I saw what they did with scans, if they've scanned yet at all. I think they're going to Barra so that they can, yeah, they're going to Barra so that they can get ring and people scan. Maybe one or the other, like, I don't know if they want both. Might be harder to get the one that's further east. This is always the big downside to playing, like, ring characters and stuff. It's not, like, a huge downside, because you can try to, like, go to one of the other spots and try to get, like, this shit. But if your POI doesn't spawn it, like, on you, if you don't get one, then the biggest, like, one of the biggest advantages to picking your character just gets delayed by an extensive amount of time. Like, in comparison to Falcons, right, at checkpoint, they've got both. The second they finish scanning both, like, they're already fucking across the map, you know? Like, Falcons, by the time that Moist has finished doing, like, going over to their second POI and doing this, they're already, like, positioned to run through the open gap that they see from the people beacon to just try to populate Launchpad. And I don't know if we'll see Moist scan the UAV over here, but if they do, they're going to see a lot of teams here already, because every single one of the teams, like, I don't know if this is a POI you can start at, but every one of the teams that got both in a position where they can rotate is just going to move in. And if you didn't get both, if you only got one, like if you started Zeus and you only got this, you get to see that all the teams gathered here anyways. And seeing the giant cluster of teams over there, it's a pretty safe assumption that the launch pad is going to be where the end game is. So you get the beacon. They're talking about getting the car. I don't know if they're going to get the UAV. So they know it's launch pad. So once I know for certain that it's launch pad, like I feel like when I saw this circle for the first time, I did kind of feel like it was pulling over to like more this side anyways. But I wasn't sure. But once you know it's launch pad, where do I want to go? In my head, what makes the most sense is going along this way. Although this area is pretty shit to be in if you have to be there for too long. It's just kind of open high ground. Like this is a hill, so you can use it to play downwards towards pylon. But if anybody's like around Echo, which I guess they don't have a reason to be because they'd want to play more towards Launchpad, they can just kind of come around and third you and like shoot you in the back on the hill. But I'd want to go here so that I could get this Evo and so that I could get the people scan. And then based on the people scan info, I'd use that to try to inform my next rotate. But if it looked like we were getting pushed off this way, then I'd just want to go in and try to get to the nut as fast as I can. And then try to move up like in this way into Jurassic. If I can, I want to take another people beacon for Evo and just to get like one last hit of information to find out. But if it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get that Evo safely, just trying to play like inwards towards pylon or use like an evac around this hill or something along those lines, just to try to get like these buildings or like something in the bottom pylon to stabilize, just something to give us time to wait out the next ring info. Because I know for like, I don't know that it's going to end Launchpad, but I've got like a high suspicion. Whenever Launchpad is in the endgame circle, that's usually like what I'm highly weighted towards in my mind. Because there's a few other endgames. Like it can end up here, and it can end over here. But I think there's like 4 or 5 different end zones in Launchpad, so I think it's just the most likely outcome. They're going for player scan.
I'm just gonna.
The other play that I think I've seen before, but that doesn't usually pop into my mind, is because they have the car, they have time to make a lot of space, which means after, I mean, like, they don't necessarily have to grab this. And maybe they want to get this Evo if after they scan people, they see that it's free. But otherwise, when you're using the car, you have a lot of time to just get to where you want to go. And you might be able to just rotate like around the outside through the water up to like this area or like somewhere around the bottom of coast and try to get in like from here, from behind. Get in on one of these back edges. Because a lot of teams are going to be coming in from this side of the circle. It's just like by nature of all of the like other areas on the map funneling in there on that side. So while a lot of teams know that Launchpad is like where it's most likely to end up, a lot of teams know that Launchpad's most like where it's most likely going to end up, but they're going to be playing like a lot of them are going to be playing more on the actual pad side of things. So you might be able to come and take like the top side of coast here, or like one of these outside buildings, or even getting like into this and using that to find some space in. We'll have to see what they end up doing though. Alright, so they got the people scan, so they know this is free. So I'd want to grab that Evo. These teams are kind of like following in behind them, but they don't have to go in this direction for any reason. And they also don't really have to go here towards Jurassic, just because like all this shit's free right now. Yeah, looking at the way things are set up right now, my first impressions looking at this people scan were that I want to take the Evo and then use that to wrap up into Pylon and just take this section and use it. Like, it's not the best because it's going to get cut in half eventually, but you can use getting top Pylon to try to get an opening on like this team eventually, because you don't have to right away. And then use this pass or like use an evac or something to potentially find space in Launchpad later. This is looking from my perspective watching ALGS, the team that wins is very rarely, if ever, a team that didn't get like a fucking monstrously good zone pull. Like, if you want to win the game, you don't play edge. You don't play in any of this area in this circle. If you want to win the game, you need to be here already. You need to have guessed right. It's not even just a like it's not so much enough just to be in this ring, you know? You got to be all the way in here already. Cuz if you've got a good enough spot early enough that you can hold it for like the team that's on height in the tower and launch pad is guaranteed like top 10 or higher with KP. This team is guaranteed top 10 or higher with KP. Probably this team as well, but they're in like, it looks like they're in a bit of a sketchier position. They might be like underneath on in the under fingers area or something like that. This position's also pretty decent too, just because they get like a high ground like choke into launchpad. The only downside to it is that pretty much this entire like north side of the map is gonna probably be coming in like this way. Trying to populate like that. I think the Elrod team ends up going down here and like taking this building. And because like this area is gonna be populated by teams playing edge, a lot of like these outside teams are gonna end up like fighting this way, probably with like either pretty close to or just having purple shields already. So if you make like too early of a rotation without getting like a purple shield evo path, you aren't gonna have a good way to fight in. Pretty much the best thing you can do, at least from my perspective, from like a position like this where you're kind of far from the circle, is to try to get an evo path that puts you on purple, and then to try to find a team in where you think the end game is going to be that's on like blue, and try to bully them with shield advantage and just use that to try to find a pick. But that's easier said than done in a lot of ways. Like, I'd probably hope I'd want to go into Pylon and hope that using this, that like this team isn't purple, or that by starting a fight with them, I can maybe get them griefed from like a different direction. The big downside to like, I mean, it's not even really a downside. Like, even if a team comes in through the Jurassic Pass, you still just have height advantage on everybody. So as long as you can hold your position, which can be difficult with too many different people focusing on you, then you should be able to get like some solid KP and like okay placement from the top of it. Like, would the other team really have been that much faster to get to Pylon? Like, is it not the case that they're not... I guess the other team was already there, right? So it's actually pretty troll what I was saying. Yeah, like here they do player scan. And they see... Like, they have the car, so they can do it pretty quickly, but because they're stopping to get this Evo, this team... Like, these two teams are fighting each other, but one of them could still get to Pylon before them while they're doing that shit. And then more than that, this team can just be there. Like, they can just, like, move back and forth pretty much as they please. They don't really have a reason to be sitting here this early, other than just because they want to get this Evo. Pretty much because of what I said, right? Like, where I was saying I'd want to get this position and then try to pick in this way and hope they can get griefed. For the same reason, they don't want to stay here as much as they just want to get the loot and get the Evo. They want to be Pylon and use that position to do something later. Yeah, so I guess if I'm thinking about it more, the kind of backup idea I had still sounds better. Like you grab this shit. I keep thinking this is a pill, but I think that's spiders. So you just grab the Evo canister here, because I think spiders takes too long in a lot of situations, like when you're going for rotates. You grab the juice, and then they go to Echo so that they can get more juice and another ring scan. And they were talking about fighting Devastated Coast, so they want to just be up here on the hill. I feel like I still would want to go up this way, like around the water with the car. But I understand why that's bad too, because this team is already holding out like the top of Launchpad building. If you get in here, you don't get to hold it forever. You'll have to move eventually. Coming down this way into this building doesn't feel great because it's not like really in the storm. You'll have to get pulled out eventually and like kind of gamble for something. Yeah, honestly, the circle, like the follow-up circle is just too far here. There isn't, like from Cenote, they just don't have ways to get into it before all the other teams that were in the area, right? Like Barometer gets to get there first because they have to follow them. Coastal can get there first. Echo can get there first. Coast can get there first. The Launchpad team had zone. Pylon beats them over there. Like Stormcatcher is right beside it too. Yeah, like they just don't have a good way to be zone already. Especially because they didn't get the console spawn in their POI. If they'd gotten it right then, they could see this zone and go, okay, we gotta just get the fuck out of here. But because they have to play for Barometer first and they can't just skip over it because they already have the information, things get a little bit more sketchy.
Devastated.
At least this is just my perspective from watching like the Falcons energy point of view, where they're just playing for a zone position pretty much every game they popped off in. Like, I guess I'm not entirely wrong though. Like, if they're holding different floors to Pylon, you can try to steal one of them from people with numbers. Or if they're all on height, you can just play their like ground floor and try to come out this way, but then you're in a problem where you have like you can't just coexist in that position because eventually the circle's gonna pull you out, like both teams. So somebody will have to move eventually, and whenever that happens, like a fight's gonna eventually start up.
Someone armor check these guys. No, I think we just wait. I think we hold pylon. Like we hold our side.
3 man right here. 3 man right here on the blue armors.
Yeah, and we want these guys to fight them. Like if we can get that to happen, then we just walk up and third it. Otherwise, we just take a 3v3 with them and it's fine. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's similar to what I was saying earlier, no? Like where that team Jurassic, or like a team Jurassic is eventually going to get pulled in. And from looking at the map, if Pylon's occupied and this is occupied, like this team might try to come in and get down into their like ground floor. Because if they don't, they're just going to get bullied along these cliffs and they're kind of fucked. So this team is in a position where they don't have any good places to hold for the round 2 close. So they're going to get eventually forced into like some form of mediocre action. What Walty's saying is that he's fine with letting this team just exist for now. What he wants to do is focus on this team so that they can't, or so that they don't feel like coming Pylon is a good idea. He wants to make this team feel like coming to their ground floor is stupid. And worst case, this team does come into their ground floor, and he'll probably want to just wipe them. Because of the situation I said earlier, where round 2, like up to round 2 close, they're fine. But when they start looking for round 3 close, eventually all of the teams in this area are going to have to start moving out, and there's going to be a fight. But he's fine just kind of sitting and playing out the situation for now. Yeah, so they know that both of the teams are blue. Like, that's a pretty good comp. It's not really worth farming for damage right now because they're all on purple and they're too far away for them to get it reasonably within this next circle unless they've, like, unless they actually wipe a team, which will get them all, like, decently close. Farming for it is kind of unlikely from their position. So Waltzy's just saying it's better to just not give any of the teams here or here a trade because they know they're both on blue shields.
Do not want to. We cannot afford for a team to play under us at all. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna play low ground. You guys need to make sure you're like skitzing around and tell me if a team's like trying to get in. I can even if you look over me, what do you look my way? I can play this compound and play big and act like I'm a different team.
I'm looking southwest right now.
Yeah, there
Give
is
me a
no
look
one.
over me.
Yeah, I am. There was no one coming from that southwest side, but they could always leave from this side, like this way.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm like a different team.
That seems kind of risky, you know? Like, why? Is there a reason to do that? Are you really going to dissuade? Like, if the Jurassic team is in a position where they have to come through your gate and they, like, start coming through pylon anyways, they've already backed out of, like, something else that they wanted to go for, and they don't have enough time to make another decision. Like, that team, I don't. Like, you might delay them by a second, but I feel like you're putting yourself in a really risky position just in the hopes that just in the hope that you make them want to go a different way. Like, I don't know.
Go over.
Yeah. If they fight at the fence over here, I might get you guys to come. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
20 squads alive. Ring 1 is crazy, though. Like, it's one of the things that's just so different about all the different game modes, like between pubs and ranked and this. And even, like, from the way everybody talks about it, in the LGS, like, just scrim quality even is, like, teams just die because they go for riskier shit.
I'm going.
Compound team's trying to shoot me. Path cracked in front of me. Path one.
Okay.
They're trying to go back to the fence.
Like, yeah, he's putting a lot of pressure on them, but they still have to come your way, don't they?
Good.
Like, I know he's bang, so he's got the smokes to try to get himself out. And he's got people covering him from pylon for the run
You
back.
stand underneath us?
There's like shots Jurassic side, okay? So there's every chance that I get you guys to come over and we look to peek this. Because this might pull out. They're bang ulting.
Evac,
They're
evac.
evacing. I think come over.
Coming.
They just wiped.
Okay.
They're trying to res. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Cheers, cracked.
1 HP dead.
Nice. All dead.
We put down the last of that squad.
Can we look towards the gate and see if there's a team gate?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, that
scanning
gate.
now.
Yep.
I'm
I'm not
scanning this
scanning
gate.
anything close yet.
Can you just watch
Yeah,
out for a
yeah.
second? I'm gonna go to the
Not
zone. I need a loot.
I'm gonna loot too. I'm gonna loot too. I'm gonna look for a
Think
habit.
of
Walk up and take space
I
on the
think.
trees.
Yeah, I think you walk up and take space.
It's,
I
it's
think we have to
back
walk in
launch
from
pad.
this edge.
I know it's back launch pad now.
I don't know if we have. Here, go. Here's movie. Up to 80. Am I kidding?
Like, I guess they just don't know if they can get this choke, and they heard the fight happening this way that they can grief. So they use that to get out, get some KP, and start wrapping around and in. This, I don't know. Like, they just look so fucked here. Like, the circle's so fucking populated, so they have to take something from someone eventually. Like, even if they get into a building and co-hold, they're gonna have to, like, if they want to win the game, they have to get very lucky here. They would have to get, like, into this building. They'd have to kill whatever team is populating around here. They'd have to get from this position, like, either through the caves or up around and down into Launchpad. There's probably a team at the rocks. There's probably a team up here. I think Falcons is still up there. There's gonna be, like, Energy ends up taking the top fingers, and they're contesting a team around, like, middle fingers or under fingers. This team's gonna be coming in this way, so, like, this kind of hillside is taken. And if it's not, like, people are gonna be fighting over there. So no matter what, from their position, they pretty much have to kill 2 teams just to get a good position in the end game. Or, like, not even a good position, just to get a winnable position in the end game. There's a lot of stuff that they could do where they could try to be, like, kind of ratty, and they could try to coexist with people and try to, like, do whatever they can to try to make sure that they're the third party or whatever in these fights, but this is a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck involved in just seeing if they can make it in here.
I think we have to
back
walk in
one
from this edge. I don't know if we have any other choice really.
I'm medding.
Yeah.
I died. Wait, I don't know how I died.
I'm coming.
What the fuck?
How far off was he there?
If that's
I'm medding.
I was worried he'd started that slow, but... 0.2.
Yeah.
I died.
We might not have a choice but to come in from this side now. Like I don't know if we have the time to fight the pylon side. I don't think we do. We have to come in this side now, okay? Full heal.
Yep.
Do you have VVAC? We still have VVAC.
Yeah, this is, so the plan was originally to fight the pylon compound team and to walk in that way. But because they got the third party up this way, and maybe because Timmy died, they don't really have as much time to go in the other direction anymore.
VVAC can try and slam something. Can we slam? Can we slam low ground cannon?
Stay spot right here on my ping.
Maybe one of the legs.
VVAC.
Like one of the.
Right here.
One of the legs.
Listen. There's a safe spot over here.
Follow me.
We can also just land. We can land here and then third party backwards.
Is there anyone playing low ground building here?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I think slam it. It looks free.
I'm slamming here.
It's free.
Yeah.
There's multiple teams. We're in though. Bang! Dead!
Nice.
I got my kill. Listen, I have
On
bang
low
ult.
ground, next to us.
Yeah.
On low ground next to us.
I have bang ult. These guys have blues.
Yeah,
They're not in.
I'm killing. We should see ult here. We should see ult here soon.
Yeah.
You want me to do it now?
We're getting
Yeah,
dead.
soon.
Close.
I stuck one outside.
Ping.
Yeah, so this is them trying to, like, they get into the low ground position in circles so that they have enough time to actually fight. Yeah, so this is, like, they're worried about walking through the pass or, like, walking into other teams through the pass, so they pop the evac to get through because they see people ahead of them. So I got some KP. There's, like, big action happening on the edge here. Yeah, this is just kind of... You gotta hope you can hold out your position long enough to find, like, a window where you can be the third party without just getting fucked over a long term.
I have bang ult.
On low ground next to us.
Yeah.
On low ground next to us.
I have bang ult. These guys have blues.
Yeah,
They're not in.
I'm killing. We should see ult here. We should see ult here soon. I'm marking your door.
Community on the
Soon.
Close.
Yeah, because all the teams around outside want KP as well. Like, anybody looking in the general direction of this fight that's in, like, a safe position.
Ping.
I'm marking your door.
Community on the back.
I'm closing door. They broke my door.
I'm vacating. I'm smoking that window.
I need a bat.
Out the window. Scanning.
They're gonna peek the door. Careful.
Yeah. Outside, we knocked one.
I'm batting.
I thirsted.
On our door.
Nice. I'm batting.
I thirsted for you.
Reset.
Yeah, I'm batting here.
On our door.
I'm ulting outside. I ulted outside, you're good. On our door here.
Cracked him.
I killed him. That's the part of the new team.
Fuse. Yeah, it's the new team behind.
I'm batting.
They just res to me.
Yeah, they're just getting choked out in too many directions. Like, the building's just got so many fucking windows. They're doing good to hold it out, but it's just a lot of chaos.
I'm marking your door.
Community on the back.
I'm closing door.
Arc doors to delay people's pushes.
They broke my door.
Try to reset where you can. Keep yourself as healthy as you can for any eventual push.
I need a bat.
Out the window. Scanning.
They're gonna peek the door. Careful.
Yeah. Outside, we knocked one.
I'm batting.
I thirsted.
On our door.
Nice. I'm batting.
I thirsted for you.
Reset.
Yeah, I'm batting here.
On our door.
I'm ulting outside. I ulted outside, you're good. On our door here.
Cracked him.
I killed him. That's the part of the new team.
Fuse. Yeah, it's the new team behind.
I'm batting.
They just res to me.
Right here. On the door.
Got his knuckle caught on the window. He's just trying to play alive.
Get in the corner to me. Get in my corner. Play man off. get nades or anything?
No.
Okay, they're gonna injure. They're gonna injure. Fuck, man.
Bad luck. There's nothing you can do
on,
there.
man.
You've been into by 2 teams. There's not much you can do there.
Listen, for this zone, it's like that's not obviously as good as it gets, but that's like
No,
very
but-
fucking rough.
Yeah, that's one of those. This is one of those games where it's like 4 points is kind of better than 0.
Yeah,
As defeatist as that sounds, it's like this is a really fucking shit zone that we've not seen.
He's not wrong. It is a really fucking shit zone. And like I was saying the same thing. Basically, like the way all their rotations are going, like it's their win odds are not high. They're not playing for, they're either getting a banger or they're fucking dying. Like it's one or the other. But also, I don't know, like they want the KP this way and the loot, right? Obviously. And it gets them enough Evo that they're starting to get close to reds. But like I feel like when you go back, it's just Pylon is just the softest side of the circle. Like this is, you got 3 teams here that are all contesting the Jurassic area. Best case is that 2 of these 3 teams die, and the 3rd team goes through this pass in that way. Worst case is that one of these 3 teams dies, and they split up into the 2 passes. If you make this team back up into each other and third this, which is what they did, you can get the loot and the KP. But even still, like even if one of these teams had killed the other 2 and gone in this way, like that whatever team is going in this way is fucked. Like I don't know, like it just, cuz this team can't really go here cuz they get choked out by the houses. They'll try, but they won't really be able to, which means they're going to be mostly just kind of fucking around on this hill. And they're going to have angles to shoot down, or to like play down, or to like look for a third party down. These 2 teams are going to fight each other to the death. And this team might be able to find like some shit where they walk out the cave and like look and third party that way, or like do some shit over here. But like, once they're in the pylon position, you just have like one team that you know is kind of soft this way. And then you have like the hill as a pass to play that evac from, to try to slam some position in launchpad to play from. Like it's not a play I would have gone for, I don't think, but third partying this is good. And getting the loot is good. Like I don't know if it's just because Timmy died to Storm that he called it off, but he said that he didn't think they had time to fight this anymore. But I feel like it's just like, I feel like it's the only play that actually works. I don't know. Like maybe it's a bit of hindsight, but these buildings, like it's too much of a choke point and there's too many teams in the general area where it's just gonna get slammed in too many directions.
Yeah.
I want to watch that back. I definitely popped my med kit when I had an extra tick.
I was gonna say it's like something that's like I don't need to tell you because it's just like, you know, it's just like timings and shit. But we just need to be we need to be like fucking careful. And I hate to like say that because I wanted to fight pylon side because I knew that the launchpad side was gonna be a shit show. But we didn't have enough time to actually take the fight anymore, so I had to we had to go the Jurassic like Cascade side instead.
Yeah, I mean,
He's saying that they didn't have time. Like, that might be true, but I guess we'll never know on that sense. But yeah, it's like he's saying, it's like I just said earlier, where fighting that side of the circle just seemed like a shit show. Like there just wasn't much that they could do beyond hope that their position is enough for them to fuck up literally everybody around them. They were either going to kill like 3-4 teams in a row, or they were just going to die. Yeah, pretty much an identical Sonode plan. They didn't get Beacon again, so they're going Barrow.
The Barrow team, I'll come back now, okay?
Yeah.
I think it's hard to tell, but I'm actually gonna play this building and play big from this building. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Because if it is a barrier, like a barrier zone that looks like it's pulling to this building, like we obviously don't know. Wait, you can just hit console to me, can't you?
I can't. I mean, unless you
What if I
smoke me.
smoke you? What if I smoke you?
I mean, they could still spam me, but
You're good.
what?
Yeah, if they
What
win on
the
zone at all.
fuck?
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, hit it.
I, mean,
I think
they could still spam me, but
Like, Waltzy's saying that. I think Waltzy was assuming before scan that it was going to be pulling down to Barrow anyways. Which I think I said when I was watching the Falcons' point of view. When I first saw this circle, I thought it was pulling barometer. And then they get the scan and they see Cedo. Listening to different teams, when Falcons scanned this, they immediately said, I mean, if it's checkpoint, I guess, like, fuck us, but we should get Cedo early. And they grabbed Cedo early. NRG went, oh, we need to get a spot in Cedo. And they just fucking went into the big square building and won the game. And I'm probably about to hear Waltzy say, oh, we need to get to Cedo now. But I guess we'll find out.
what?
Yeah, if they
What
win on
the
zone at all.
fuck? That's pulling Cedo. That's pulling Cedo.
Yeah, he's also very surprised that it's pulling fucking up to
Are
where
they
it
still on
is.
height, guys?
I shot. No, he was running. He was running towards the back.
Rat mill, he says. So he wants to either go through here or just reverse through Cenote and come up mill side. That's a bad arrow. Like, they might come up here, but I feel like he's saying to go through Cenote and come, like, in this direction so that they can try to get the hill shit. I don't think... They don't really need next ring beacon. They know it's ending Cedo. Getting the people scan to see if there's anything that you can take guaranteed, though, would be very nice.
What?
Yeah, if they
What
win on
the
zone at all.
fuck?
Yeah, there's like a team evacuating. I mean, it's weird.
Happened? Yeah, that is B inside. Fine, though. I'm swinging out left here.
Two at least, because there was a sear bang.
Okay, so they did go to the buildings. They went to, like, Armory side.
Smoked?
Trying to loot stuff. They went to Cannon. They're playing the top of the hill.
They just bang ulted?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
a duo. It's a duo. Look for this.
Okay. You guys running back now?
Yep. Right, I'm in
Different
Bengal.
team,
I'm in.
different team.
I'm in
Yeah,
Bengal here. On the big rock. On the big rock. On the big rock.
I'm batting.
I.
Wrap back. Go back to bean. Go back to bean.
Yeah, it's kind of another position where they're gonna get forced into a fight. This one can be a little bit more controlled. They have bang ult for an open space, like bang fuse.
On your rock, on your rock, on your rock.
But
Can't see.
Angle
it.
thing.
playing the cover that they're in here is...
Pass on it.
I'm coming back.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Scanning?
Have the evacs too. See,
Yeah,
I can't
you're
see. I can't see.
Like, this is the big advantage to having a sniper in your lineup, just at least on one person. Just being able to get big opening damage like this.
I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing.
Remember, you guys have the evacs too.
Space. Wait, there's a team next to me. I'm gonna back up. Wrap from the left. We can pinch them.
They're
There's a team
walking
in the
up.
lower
Yeah,
building.
they're walking up. They're walking up. Let them walk up.
Yes, let them.
We should watch our left. We should watch our left.
K left to me. K left to me.
Yeah. I'm looking.
Yeah, there was a team spider gift, so.
The team spiders. We're good. We can pinch them. 80 on one.
No, knock bang.
Walk up. We should walk up
Can we
to.
get
Walk
the
up to this
first?
rock. Yeah, walk up to this rock.
Someone needs to
Still a
watch our
team
back.
below. There's still a team below.
Yes, it
You
is.
not
Someone.
keep up our back here, guys.
I'm letting you watch our back right now, Waltzy.
Okay, fuck it, go.
Hey, I thirsted one. It's only one up.
Guys,
There's
care
still
this
people
fucking
below.
team, please.
Yep, I am.
Can you look at this guy? I killed one at the rock.
Nice.
I'm thirsty. I'm trying to
There's one at the
thirst.
tree, one at the palm tree.
We need to watch our back here, guys.
Yep.
I'm watching our back. You guys, this is all you two.
I'm ulting.
What's the team
ulting.
down low doing? What's the team down low doing?
There's this fuse dead.
He's thirsted. There's
Nice.
one on the palm tree still.
It should be a duo. Here.
Are we good on our back, Waltzy, or no?
Yeah, we are.
I'm changing guns. Can you watch? I'm
Bang
changing.
in zone 70.
I'm changing guns.
I'm batting right now. I can't shoot for you.
That building's not in.
I'm good.
Although he still swapped for a hemlock the second he found a good one on somebody's body.
Building's not in. They have to come out, guys.
Yeah, no.
I only see a path.
I'm getting shot from my
Yeah,
left too.
Keep
Come back.
watching. Yeah, no,
Come
no.
back. Come back.
Wait, why? I think this is a really good spot. Just watch our back, no?
Multi, he DC'd, man. Fuck.
That,
Keep
come back.
watching. Yeah, no, I'm good.
That building's not in. They have to come out, guys.
Yeah, no.
I only see a path.
I'm getting shot from my
Yeah,
left too.
Keep watching. Yeah, no,
Come
no.
back. Come back.
Wait, why? I think this is a really good spot. Just watch our back, no?
Multi, he DC'd, man. Fuck.
Only 2 of us left. No wahala. We keep going. Recovered our teammates back.
Wait, Walty lost
It's okay.
connection?
Do it down low. We can res him.
Yeah, I got his banner. You good?
Yeah, I'm just shooting the team on the right.
I'm trying to as well. They're like hard swinging into zone, I'm pretty sure. The team behind us. I'm trying to look for them. On the rock in front of us. How many heals do you have? I'm 4-1.
Yeah, I'm 6'4".
Nading me. Nade's bad.
Yeah. Nade to our left.
Replicator coming down, my friend.
24 purple here.
They res.
Bang one,
Wait, we should walk up.
Yep, I'm walking up. Path cracked 2, I cracked path 2. Let's 2 of them cracked. This team is
On my rock.
Okay, I'm coming.
He's dead.
Nice.
I'm batting. Watch the zone. We gotta watch the zone behind us.
45 seconds and
Yep.
ring closes, my
Looking on zone.
I'm gonna fight here soon.
Path 1, dead.
Yep. Right down here. They have to walk up.
You're getting a lot of KP on the edge.
Yep. I need energy ammo.
I'll drop you in a second.
I got a bat.
Dropping. Run up. Fishing at the rock.
Scanning.
I'm holding them. We have to go. Guys.
I'm running at them.
Rings close. 10 seconds.
I'm nading his teammates in the back.
Yep.
He's getting it cracked. We need to kill this path. There's 2 in the back.
Yeah, fuse is back here.
I cracked the bang. Fuse low.
Path almost cracked. I mean, only 16.
Yeah, we might need 2 back now. They're gonna fuse ult.
I'm backing up.
Yeah. We have to leave it up. Fuck.
Healing. We might be able to slide onto the hill to the left and live, maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
Or do you want to stay on the hill and try and hold?
Yeah. If we could hold hill, that'd be great. But I don't know if we can.
We're probably gonna lose to this trio, but yeah, there's nowhere. If you slide down left, you just die. I'm pretty sure, no? Like if there's a team in spiders, they're just gonna have a walk-up angle behind you. Cannon can shoot you. The team at the pill building can shoot you.
Down low.
I feel like I'm about to see them go down low.
Is it safe down there?
I'm gonna be 7-0.
They're fine for now, and they get to play till next ring close. But if that team on the hill, like even the team on the hill, can probably find an angle on them here.
On us.
Yeah, this is the spiders team coming up for the angle from behind. They probably get third-partied from the hill.
We can win this. Push this. I died to the other team.
Yeah.
Too, man. Why? This is so fucking annoying. We have such a good game if he doesn't DC, man.
Yeah, honestly, that's honestly really true. Like, I was gonna say like that Timmy's kind of countercombing on the hill, but even if he's not, like from the position they're at with Walsey, they can look for more damage. They probably find a position to third party that team on the edge. Like Timmy and Guild were fucking them up for damage, so with 3, it's pretty likely that they just wipe. They just wipe and take the hill, and then they could maybe play down. That's just kind of bad luck. Like, it's hard to say how that would have played out. Having somebody just DC is kind of fucked up.
Oh.
That would have been so free. We would have won that fight for the hill and literally just walked into God spots, man.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if you would have walked into God's spot. But you were in a pretty good position.
The fucking.
This is the energy point of view. Winner POV right here.
Yep.
We got.
They got this building like 3 rings ago, and they just sit in here all game.
Shameless.
Oh, we actually only have 4 points.
Oh, come on. What?
That's
How
high.
do you miscalculate that?
I thought.
I just took Timmy's word on it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
lie.
no. I thought we got 4 kills. That's why. I think.
World's Edge.
Let's go.
Yep,
Keep playing with the
Sky
same
has,
fucking confidence. Everyone sucks.
Oh, they're playing
ring console.
Sky East.
It's fun though.
Do I even remember where the circle pulls to this game? Oh, right. It goes like, I think the World's Edge games go like here and then like up here. Like, I'm assuming they're just gonna go through, like, looking at this, I assume they're gonna go through the landslide tunnel and walk in this way. And they're either gonna look to, like, play along the high ground in this section, or they're gonna go down over here. Probably not this way, though. I don't think this is it. Like, I know it's ending, like, over here. I feel like I'd assume, personally, that it's, like, either here or here, though, I think were what my thoughts were when I was watching it the first time. They haven't seen a recent people scan, so it's hard to know how people are going to populate in ALGS. I think if they do ever get one, though, like, this is a fucked up looking circle. They might not understand just, like, what kind of a clusterfuck they're
We're
going to
gonna
run
grab the Seaver
into.
Hub. We're gonna turn around and go towards Fragment, okay?
Alright.
We can siege the end of Harv Snake here, okay? If we have to.
Yeah.
Alright, can we peek and see what's going on here? At
Yeah,
Harv?
they're potentially
I'm
fighting
gonna
here.
pick up kills. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
thing. I think we're dead.
Pick together. Pick together.
Yeah, right here at the door. Outside, in this corner, I'm spamming it. A lot, I killed one.
Can we evac? Can we fuse evac?
I don't have evac.
I'm evacuing.
Look to get in here.
Full team in here, I think.
I thirsted. I'm ulting.
Just using the, use bug for wall hacks.
I have nades.
They have their gen back there?
Trade res.
Yeah, I'm resting and resting.
I'm queuing.
Resting. Block nade.
We're good. We need to look trade res.
Resting.
New team, I think coming in. Get out.
I got the nade.
Big one.
I couldn't.
We just need to get out as soon as we see a new team. That's a it's a very risky fight. We've like not even wiped the first team. We're running at the second team.
Yeah, they got a little horny there, I think. Like, I get that they don't want to sit in the harvester choke, because it's not a great position. But I think they just get too horny here. That seems...
Very risky fight.
I don't know, I feel like you have to take that evac in the pass and try to find somewhere better. Like, I don't know if you...
Pick together.
Yeah, right here at the door.
Third partying this is really appetizing, I get that. You want to get KP where you can.
Can we evac? Can we fuse evac?
The only issue is that they don't know where they can take with it, I guess.
The team behind us was Weave, and they've just like hard mirrored us when they've like landed behind us.
Yeah,
I thought if we just sprinted in, we'd have enough time to like just wipe inside. Like when, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying earlier, where he's worried about getting third-partied from behind and like being stuck in the choke, so he wanted to just fight through the direction and like solidify a building, find something in circle. But I feel like there's just too much chaos going on in that area, where you either just have to try to fight and hold the choke, which is ass. You have to try to hard push the building, which is ass. Or you have to try to just evac and try to find something playable, which is ass. Like, I remember watching the Falcons POV of this game. They were having... I don't think they really got much done either. They ended up... They're on, like, the other side of, They went, like... They were SkyWest Trials. They went down to Fisher and looted it, and then backtracked back up Skyhook like this. And when they hit this beacon, every single player on the map was like in this circle. I think Fragment was literally entirely clear. They just ran around grabbing Evo, or this might have been game 4 as well that I'm thinking of. They came up Skyhook out this, got this beacon, saw that pretty much every team was like in this area, and then they came down. I think they went and grabbed these harvesters, got the next ring beacon, and then came through here, and they were fighting like along this hill. And they got into kind of a clusterfuck of all of teams just trying to hold out the pass and like kind of the blue bins and the high ground here. Whereas on the flip side, from the energy perspective, they landed Geyser, they hit the ring console, they went, oh shit, it's ending over here. And then they just took like this high ground building with Watson, and they just sat there the entire game. It was like the freest shit ever. The only thing that got kind of risky was when it pulls across to Siphon and sucks them out.
Like trees.
Where would I want to go here? I feel like I always get worried about going through this tunnel just because there's like it's just kind of a lot of open space, but there's more cover than I think there is. Like it's decently playable. It's not good, but it's playable. A lot of the time, based on where we play, we end up getting a key, so we end up like kind of in the vault area anyways. And then I feel like I gravitate towards Harvester just because there's skins so that I can get info. But there aren't always the skins there. I feel like this one's really common though. But yeah, honestly, whether you go this way or down, you pretty much end up in the Harvester choke either way. Unless you're planning to rotate all the way around through Siphon. I feel like the way I usually end up doing it is, like, we'll usually start staging, at least like from a ranked perspective. We'll start staging, I'll scout out, or like somebody will scout out Mirage. If the Mirage is clear and there's beacons, you go take beacons. And then you, like, I just look for whatever the softest side of the circle is from there. But I trend towards wrapping down the thermal station way towards tree and like coming in the circle kind of one of these ways. Like, I feel like it gives you a lot more space to work with and like options to choose from once you're in tree. And then it lets you kind of move into like the different sections of the map like over here. Yeah, getting into that harvester choke in general is usually ends up being pretty ass. Yeah, I don't know. I think they just had to try to evac through and slam something. It's kind of the same situation as the game before, where they're just in a spot where they have to work themselves through a choke point, and the problem with that is that like 4 other teams also have to work themselves through that choke point to hold the same space. So it's going to be a clusterfuck. Quite a few teams playing Watson on World's Edge. I wonder if there's just like that many openings to block, or it's just better for the buildings they feel.
It's only gonna feed into the mental here. Just in that.
Yeah.
These teams like bottom 6 are just gonna try and fucking drop bangers. Even worse.
I actually can't believe we've just like fucking came in after us in that game. Noted though.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that it's gonna get even worse just because NRG and Falcons are so far ahead of the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
These teams like bottom 6 are just gonna try and fucking drop bangers.
No, yeah, it's always been like that. Regional finals is always terrible quality after the first like 2 games.
Well, I mean first 2, and then if it gets to like past 6,
like 6,
starts getting
7.
sweaty
Six,
again.
I think
Yeah.
6, 7 is like usually where it gets ready.
Yeah. Alright, let's have a good fucking game here.
I kind of get what they're saying there. With Energy and Falcons just have ridiculous point totals at this point. I think Energy just went back to back and just dropped like big games. So following up on that logic, any of the teams towards the bottom of the pack need to get to match point quickly if they want to like have a chance to contend. So it just makes it's put into a position in the lobby where if you're in the bottom 5 teams, playing like a consistent game plan will not win you the tournament anymore. Won't even like get you a good placement in the tournament anymore. just like the point values that you have to make up off the back of the bad games that you started with will put like a lot of anxiety in people's minds about like needing to drop like a nuke. And the thing that I've seen from like the Falcons and Energy games is that you're not going to get those high point games by just running around doing stupid shit. But there are like the way that you have to do it is kind of by going for the consistency route, in the sense that you have to just hard lock in to just trying to get a god spot in zone early. And that's also kind of int, because if 5 teams are trying to do that, as well as like whoever actually did get the spot early, then the circle's just going to clean itself up very quickly, and there's going to be way more space to work with than a lot of teams will think they have. Like in the first two games on Stormpoint, I think it was like 20 teams alive, or like 18 teams are alive by the end of the first ring close. And in a ranked game, that number is like 12. I think in the first World's Edge game it was 12, because people were starting to get into that mindset already. Yeah, so like teams are populating in the same area again, except we know that this time it's pulling north side to the blue bins. And you can already see it happening. There's like 4 teams that off the back of their ring console went, what if it ends at the blue bins? And just like are playing an absolute fucking banger. They're like saying, we're going to win this game, and we're going to do it by playing a kind of int spot for as long as we can.
Look for the team survey. Look for the team survey.
Like it becomes less int the longer you're able to hold the position, but the earlier you take it, the more likely you are to just get ran down by one of like the 6 teams that's going to try to take it from you.
Go survey for.
Yeah, so they get ring scan. Most of Fragment's populated, and the Overlook side of things is taken too. Honestly, their side of the circle is pretty fucked here. The only thing they might have been able to do, or like they might be able to do, is they could assume that, I'm pretty sure this is Falcons. They could assume that Falcons is going to go down to landslide, and that this team's going like this way. But that's a hell of an assumption. But even like, it's almost not though, like, because they do kind of have to. It's a really long and really cancer run to have to do. But I feel like in this position, because of all this bullshit going on here, and just the fact that like even if they wrap all the way around behind this team, the only thing that they can really play by doing that is they can try to get into the bunker in Geyser and like maybe try to get around down there. But going the Overlook side of things, it's a pretty similar position to their like last 3-4 games, where they have to get like 2-3 team wipes, maybe even 4, just to have a shot at the end game here. And it's like, it's possible, but I feel like the odds of that are like 5%. You know? Like, killing the first team, if they can get them into like a position, like if they can play like up here somewhere and get into a position where they can kind of grief these houses and maybe force teams into each other, I'd say like the first fight, they might have like a 75% chance of being able to get some shit done. But then once they're in this position and teams are trying to like kind of poke and prod them and take it from them, when they start getting into a spot where they have to start walking in, I feel like this one, it goes down to like a fucking 40% chance. And then if they somehow win that fight, I guess it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. They only have to really win like 2. I just see a lot of fucking red arrows and I'm thinking, In my head, the most boring play, but the most like consistent play though is probably to just double back and literally go all the fucking way around. Because the landslide team is either going to go in this way or like down harvester. This team is going to go like here or here or like down into the siphon choke. The odds of them not playing for areas of the circle or like not moving in other directions, I just feel like is so low. They're not going to stay out there that long. But I feel like if you do this, you can get extra beacons, which you don't need, but by the time you get here, ring probably closes, so you get to know that it's going to be on this side with the next ring console info. You get to hit the people beacon, so you'll know where this team and this team went. And then if I'm right, and this team did go into the harvester choke, or they like went south, then you know that you can keep wrapping down like this way for Evo, or maybe even like get this people scan too. And you can use that, like your info, to keep just heading in this direction till you get into this area, like the kind of like tree rotate in. Because while it's still pretty heavily occupied, this is still the softest side of the circle. You just have to, like, there's directions that are kind of playable over here in Fragment. But I feel like the only thing that's like high odds is this direction. Okay, so he's doing what I said. I think I was wrong with like the 5%. Like I think the odds are a decent amount higher. They're still not good, I don't think. But I think they've actually got better odds than I thought from the position that they're going to. Are they trying to wait that Evo out?
Yeah,
that evac?
Scanning.
Bang!
Okay, another end.
You climb up, you should climb up.
Yep, I'm going to.
They have a gen down. They scan me, careful, girl,
Getting
careful.
shot in the back. Getting shot in the back.
Get up, give it up, drop her on you.
Oh, damn, they tried to swing that together. They almost timinged Guild really hard. This could have easily gone the other way.
Face up. You're by yourself, Guild, out there.
Didn't end up working out for them, but that was
I'm
very close to going the reverse.
Yep. I'm in down here.
I'm in on me too.
Yeah, we need to focus right. Listen, a lot to play right here, Guild. We need to focus right. I think we should posture a little bit more to the right and have one person watch our left.
I think you guys. I can look for right. You guys just need to chill.
Oh, Watsy, couldn't you just hold above there and then smoke our cross if we need to come back, and we just hold up here?
I mean, they're gonna fight here, and we're gonna look to third it later. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, blue armor.
They smoked
I
me.
need smoke.
Wait, what?
I got headshotted. I got headshotted by height. I got headshotted by height.
Both of you just listen, just chill, okay? Are you guys in?
Yep.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna fight, and we're gonna third it.
I don't know if it's just because Timmy's played with design, so he's expecting like different comms or different ideas. Or maybe it's just like wanting to get his thoughts on things out. But I feel like he counter comms a lot. Or like, because it's not necessarily a counter comm, it's just like he wants the explanation. Like, I feel like he just wants the explanation in the middle of the game when he could just listen and then ask after if it was a better idea. Like, you can suggest that you want to move up to those rocks, that you think it's a better idea, but after Waltzy says no, ask after the game. Don't keep making him think about the play that he just denied. Because he probably has a reason. It's just like, is this really the time to, like, go through that reasoning? You know, like, literally whether he's right or wrong. Like, maybe what he's saying is just objectively the correct play, and it would just hands down win them the game or whatever. But when you keep harping on about it in the middle of the game, you're just taking everybody in your in your chat, you're just taking everybody's mind off of what the play should be.
We're all safe.
I'm gonna ult here soon.
It's very
Anti,
funny.
anti,
It's very funny that because of Fuse, evacs are exclusively a combat tool in ALGS right now. Like, you kind of see people trying to fly in occasionally in the backside of these games, but people are very, very into abusing the Fuse bug.
Come.
Yeah, I'm ulting. I can't run, I can't run.
Oh my god.
It's one guy.
I'm coming.
Wipe this. Cracked him. One.
I can't see him.
Dead. I'm watching your back. We're good.
I'm looking left.
Play big. Play
Yeah,
big.
yeah. I'm good. I'm playing big. I'm playing huge.
I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
Look for kills. All of you.
Nucky that. I need to go loot heavy ammo.
Hey, yo, go loot.
It's 412. Where are all the teams at, guys?
They're rezzing right here.
There's one more team and I don't know where they are. Is it one team in each choke and then one team at the blue crates? Is that what's happening?
Yes, I think so. Yes. I got
my kill. I got my kill on the blue crates.
Okay.
I need to loot. I need to loot for nades.
Listen. You guys can loot and look for nades. And look for util. We are almost in on me. No, we are. We're in on me. Guys, the choke, are they in? Guys, the choke's not in. We need to hard posture.
There's a guy sitting behind this pill right now. It's a duo right here. Okay, they're calling it a movie on my ping. They're getting aped. This team's getting aped by the right now. They're getting aped by the right. They're getting hard.
We need to look to posture for guys and force them into it as well. Why don't you go on the right side? Why don't you go play right?
I'm gonna go play right. I'm gonna go play right.
Okay. I'm looking from. There's.
Killed one.
Nice, good.
Nice. It's us. I'm in on me. Come to.
Jimmy kind of stayed on boxes for way
Both
long.
of you can play here right fucking now.
Yep.
Okay. Can you get my full that I have knocked? I have him knocked behind the fences.
I'm trying.
I have this here knocked behind the
The
fences.
left team, they've pushed up, okay?
I broke down on right. You can nucky
I
that.
can't. I'm silent.
Okay.
Just play here.
I'm double silent.
The left team has gone to the high ground. They're going to have to fight the low ground team at the blue crates.
Oh,
We
that
win the
silence
fucking
is
game
lasting
here, okay?
ages.
They're fighting them now.
Do you need ult?
Look for this fight. No, just look for this fight now.
I killed two on the right. I killed two on the
No.
right.
I'm ulting the backside. I'm ulting the backside.
Did it!
Nice.
I'm spamming nades.
I am batting. It is a 2v2v. Listen, don't overcommit.
Bang one.
Nice.
Last team.
Last one. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go,
go.
baby.
Let's
Good
go.
fucking shit. Way to fucking bounce back.
Oh my
Good
God.
fucking shit.
Yeah, that was like a huge fucking game 4.
Boys,
You're all insane.
holy fuck.
The quality's
Spot because you're just gonna get inted. No, but it's good. It's good. You when the quality is so bad, you just play slow and you get a
on
free.
edge. Yeah.
You just get a free game. You don't int for a spot because you're just gonna get inted.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, what he's saying there makes a lot of sense. I guess that's kind of the idea behind like in ranked. If you know that teams are just going to ape each other, Godspot becomes a lot less profitable, I suppose, because if everybody is simultaneously willing to int for Godspot, the odds of you, like, no matter how good the spot is, the odds of you holding off like 5 teams back to back, low as fuck. Like, if you know that the team count is low enough that you can start actually holding people out, it's probably more worth it. But the lower the match quality, like the lower, or like the way teams are playing around each other, I feel like like when teams are willing to int you for your position, it's better to be in a position that they wouldn't want to take in the first place, but that gives you like space to walk in. So that kind of makes sense.
Actually in third by
But it's hard to say, right? Because like the way you're going to get a banger game with the most points is going to be by playing that God spot and by holding it well, right?
8 points, cunt. Oh,
I think that was game 4, so I think this next game is the last, game 5. Okay, so this is the game, I think it ends on Falcons, it ends like right here. This is Barrow. Man, Falcons gets a crazy rotation off. They just like go from here and they just, like, how did they do it? Wasn't it? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I don't think they just fucking ran, did they? I feel like they went this way and then like evac'd from around this area and they took this shit. But they might have just crossed Tuxedo and then gone straight in and tried to grab this building. It was kind of a guess, but it was a really fucking good guess from Zero that this would be a good building to take. This is the cleanest position that Moist has gotten, like the cleanest rotation they've gone into the circle from where they are. They actually get double beacons this time. And so they get to just move through spiders, and then I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be them, but one team ended up eventually, like, holding this building. So I feel like that's either going to be the top Barrow team, or it's going to end up being Moist. I'm not sure which one ends up taking that. I don't know if this is a 3-man standing on top of each other, but it could also be them, I suppose. But yeah, from my perspective, I feel like you just want to fucking get here. And you want to try to get there fast. There's nothing else really worth playing for. Like, maybe if you want more Evo, you try to get this, and you try to do, like, the extra spiders down there, or the prowlers or whatever. But I feel like it just takes too long. It's out of the way. And I feel like with the way people have been populating these end zones, you need to find your spot early. Like, you can't afford to fuck around if you're not in like, if you get zone, you have to play zone in ALGS, I feel like. Because if you try to do some, like, edge shit, and you end up, like, going around this way, and you try to, like, just take whatever, like, side evo you can get as these teams are all, like, moving in, then I feel like you just kind of stalemate yourself into, like, weird positions where you're just, like, coming into Jurassic, or, like, coming through this choke point, or just, like, walking through the big fucking wide open water space into Barrow towards the end game. Kind of the best thing that you could hope for if you were playing the, if you were trying to play zone here, I feel like, is, like, or if you were trying to play edge, I feel like, I guess you just rotate up mill, but you're absolutely going to run into the down beast team, so that seems troll as fuck. Like, this isn't something that I'm saying I would do. I don't think this is a good idea. I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to try to play for, like, purple or red shields and just, like, play a hard edge playstyle, you'd go up to mill, try to get this beacon, see what you can rotate through. Grab the checkpoint loot, because Falcons are gone. You can keep rotating up this way, get this. And then, like, up Cascade, and then you get this beacon, and I think you're either on red or you're high purple by this point. If when you get this scan here, your area is clear enough, you could probably get this Evo if you have the meds for it, and this one. So yeah, by the time you get to this scan, you're red shield. And then you're trying to play from this position, so like, I guess you'd be trying to come down into the Jurassic choke somehow. Or depending on where this Stormcatcher team went, you're mirroring them in through, like, the back pylon area. But overall, that's all pretty shit. Like, not shit, like, because if you can get the Evo, if it all works out, but you're relying a lot on this team not running into you, this team not playing their area slow, Wall not doing anything, Lightning Rod not taking the Stormcatcher area. Like, it's just not feasible. There's too many what ifs, too many things that you need to go your way. And right now, this is open, right? I feel like they got a people scan at some point, Falcons, while they were rotating in. So I think they go like this. And then evac up here. Unless they went up to Cascade. I can't remember. It's either Cedo or Cascade, because I'm like 99% sure they get a people beacon at some point, and then Zero calls to grab this building.
Oh, on top. They were fighting.
I'm selling. We need to look for bottom.
Yeah, bottom.
Okay, look at your guns.
Really?
I'm gonna open these pills. Can you smoke me? I don't want.
They're here somewhere.
I'm opening pills.
Go back to bridge.
Like, am I just biased because I know that that's the area the circle's ending? Or do they just not think it's good? I just can't imagine... Like, they wrap up. I think they're looking, ultimately, to see if they can get this building. But I think they wrap up and end up taking here? Maybe they think they can get more KP on, like, any teams, like, crossing the water and trying to get in through the edge. And they just don't think this will be a good spot long term. I don't know, this building just seems really good to me. Like, this one ends up being better in the end, but I feel like that's kind of hindsighty. I feel like, in general, this building's just really good. Maybe it's, like, too abusable, though, and I just don't know why. I guess he likes it for this reason, because they're on the edge of the circle, but
I'm gonna smoke here. We're good. We're safe. We're safe.
it just gets too populated. Like, no matter what you do, your walk-in is gonna be ass.
To me.
Nobody
Okay.
under, nobody.
Get
Wait.
under. Get
I
under.
can't tell if I'm just too biased by knowing where the ring ends here.
We're gonna go to the bins that he's got pinged.
Like, where did I think it was going when I was watching
Jared, move on
Falcons?
me, okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come.
Because if I thought it was just pulling down Barra, then I might have thought that building was better too,
Remember,
but
you stand on the pill.
I feel like I've seen it
Everybody
end
just
around
stand
that
up.
water
Grenade,
area a lot.
grenade.
Jared is right above. Can we walk?
They're evacuating over here. We should let them
Come to
evac.
me. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
I'm walking. I'm walking.
Just sit here for now.
Don't scan, don't scan, don't scan.
Just chill.
He's looking.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back to bins. Listen.
You might have to go
If they
left.
don't. Left is like. Not doable. I think we have to go right.
I mean, we can go up the zip. There's no one up there. We can fight them above.
Okay.
Our thing is in. Our thing is in. You need to smoke
They're
it
hard
though.
tearing. I don't have smoke. Do not have smoke. Just come with me. Just come with me. Just keep running. Heal if you need to go. Get to me over here. Get to me over here. Come here.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Emerging.
I'm dead. I'm dead. We're dead.
Is that just wrong? Like, is this...
Smoke left.
He's looking.
They're kind of fucked either way they go here.
Come to me. Just sit here for now.
Don't scan, don't scan, don't scan.
Just chill.
He's looking.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back to bins. Listen.
You might have to go
If they
left.
don't. Left is like. Not doable. I think we have to go right.
I mean, we can go up the zip. There's no one up there. We can fight them above.
Okay, like, this is kind of what I was saying earlier, no? Like, is this not just Timmy countercalling? Like, both directions are shit. Both directions are shit, but I feel like right is less shit. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if right is less shit. I think it's more just that, like, Waltzy already has a plan in his mind, and he's calling for that plan. And after he says that left just seems suicidal, it just seems like, especially because I don't think he has smokes for when they run. Like, I think you have to just go right here.
Okay.
Our
Like,
thing is
just
in.
stick
Our
to the
thing is
original
in.
plan.
You need to smoke
They're
it
hard
though.
tearing. I don't have smoke. Do not have smoke. Just come with me. Just come with me. Just keep running. Heal if you need to go. Get to me over here. Get to me over here. Come here.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, that's
What-
Just a wreck him, or does he make it out?
Yeah, we have
No,
to go
just-
right.
I mean, yeah, that's a
Whoa.
tough pull. Honestly, we just do that. Exactly what we did, but like later.
No, I don't have smoke for 16 seconds.
Yeah, you had like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I don't
we
think
have
he's not saying the way that we just went, Waltzy. I think he's saying the previous play where we tried walking that way. I think he's trying to say that we needed to go that way, but later.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, but then.
Then
yeah,
I agree.
It was.
This is SSG.
Yeah, no, so it's like, I think Waltzy's upset right now because he wanted to go right and he got countercalled and he let Timmy sway him into it.
What were you gonna say, Timmy?
When that team on height, they zipped across and then they left the zip building, why didn't we just zip up behind them?
I mean, we can zip up behind them, but it's like
Because I was just thinking that we just zip up.
you do
They-
realize that when they zipped up, a team zipped up
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
top barrow
Yeah,
behind them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we would be
We were
we
in the
would be
middle, but
putting
then
them. We would be putting them in the corner, and then we'd have the team top barrow behind us looking for us as well. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like not something that I'm like looking to do. That's
Like what Timmy's saying, like again, it's a playable position, but it's not like there's just it's kind of the same situation that they were in those games where they got fucked, where they're just putting themselves in the middle of a bunch of teams while fighting in too many directions at once. And they're just in a position where like one of those teams will have to focus on them. Or if they play the low angle, yeah, they'll just die for free if they do it like bad timings. But if they can stay low profile enough, they just get like pretty much a walk in to the next
it's
circle.
a situation where I just need to just trust what I said and just we need to go out the right side. I bang out the height so they can't stand on our heads, and we need to like look to play out in like the rocks and stuff, like where there was a Sirot down and they were probably fighting. We don't go left. I'm telling you right now, like we don't fucking go left. I know left is bad. Bridge team is just gonna sit there and fucking hold it the entire time because they've got nothing. They've like got nothing else to really worry about. And if there's a team like SSG, they're just gonna be doing the same thing.
like kind of like how the opposite side where the cannon and that big rock is. Our side has nothing, but then we could have just stabilized down
Okay,
there.
listen. I'm gonna tell like just we'll talk about this in VOD review.
Yeah, that's also what I'm saying, where like I don't know if this is the time to be going over this shit. Like it's very good. Obviously that it's very good that Timmy's keeping his mind in the game and staying focused on the game and the plays that are happening and that he's trying to think of ideas. Like that's very good. But once you suggest an idea, the first time it gets shot down, don't keep pressing it. Because you're just cluttering comms at that point. And if you really want to get your idea out, if you really want to get the explanation out there, instead of getting people on like split mindsets, just wait for VOD review. Because going over it in a position where everybody's like still kind of tilted, thinking about the game that just happened and the play that just happened, or like even in the middle of the game when you're supposed to be focusing on like what's happening right now and the next moment, you're just distracting everybody from what they actually need to be focused on. Like you don't really need to be this caught up in what just happened to you and what just happened in that game, because if you're playing as a pro team, you should be going over it all together later anyways.
Well,
Yeah, I guess the reason they took that building down by the barometer tower based on that conversation is just that they thought that it was going to they thought it was going to hard pull down and they just read the zone wrong.
this guy to a solo, and before he died, there was 4 with 11. So I think it's a 3v1, v2, v3.
No, Falcons knocked one.
Oh wait, 1v.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no, they won.
I can just run.
Holy fuck, cunt! What a
Zero
zone.
kinda sent it there and just died, like the others were too far away to help him in time, but it ended up working out with out with the way that, or the timing that Hal and Jen followed up on. Like they swung together, so it was fine.
We've got.
I feel like Zero needed to just hold back like literally 3 seconds or 2 seconds, and then it's just a free wipe, and they might not even get knocked.
Game we need to
Or it's just like a lot more
we're still
clean.
Third. We're just third though.
Okay, I don't think I've actually watched Game 6 yet on from any of the perspectives, because I don't think NRG played it, and I don't think Falcons played it, unless the Nocturnal stream just ended early. I don't know. I feel like I got a weird point of view on those games. So I don't think I've seen this one. I feel like looking at this circle, it ends like... My first thought is that it's going to end like on this building cluster. My second is here. And like my third is here. I don't think this is a Jurassic Zone. But I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like you just loot your way through Barrow again, because I feel like the Barrow team has been like looting and moving out pretty quickly in general. And they didn't get a ring console, so they probably want to look down at Coastal or Pylon. So you can probably get Barrow. You can look for the top of the tower to see if you can get the UAV, but if you can't, you probably just head up this way. Like one of these two directions into the chokes. I don't think it really matters which one you go through. They're both kind of ass. You have to try to slow play Jurassic. No, I think I'm just wrong here. I think all this is ass. Like, I think I'm just too biased into the way that that Moist has been playing their other games. Like, they're just going spiders to Barrow. Like, it seems kind of obvious. Like, they've got Evo paths here. And then it gets them, like, they can potentially look for this. But I feel like it's better to just go either here and then, like, up through checkpoint. Or it's better to just go here and then up through checkpoint. Because you can get all the checkpoint shit. Or mirror the mill team if they went up that way. And then you can rotate, like, kind of up this way or through the pass to try to get up to Cascade. And then you can try to either fight through CC or take, like, the high ground on Cascade and fight, like, anywhere down this hill. Like, from this area. I feel like if you try to go the Barrow route, you just get kind of stuffed in one of these passes, and if you don't, you just get stuffed in one of the next two chokes you have to go through. Because I don't think the circle's ending Jurassic. Oh, what's he calls to come in Pylon side? I feel like he's picturing that they do this, and then, like... And then he either wants to, like, get in here, or go all the way up. Why though? Is it, like, does he just think it's gonna end over here? Like, he might be right. I think that was the second place I thought. And if he is right, then it's a hell of a zone call. But I feel like the circle's too far to worry about getting an early zone position. I feel like what Timmy was saying earlier makes a lot of sense. Like, you've got to play this more like you played the Overlook game. Like, with the same idea being to try to mirror and wrap in behind a team, and then, like, take maybe a spot in Cascade or something like that. Or to, like, get through CC and, like, try to come in the top side. I don't feel like the bottom is right, but I guess I'll see. Like, all I'm seeing right here is just a big fucking open space through Cedo. And if that gets taken by Mill... Like, if you see that a team went over that way, like, you can... The checkpoint loot should be free with Falcons out of the lobby now. You get a canister. Maybe not the red crate. Another team might have taken it, like the Beast team. But they should be rotating through. So you should be able to get this. I guess, like, the big worry is just that the Beast or Northpad team is still going to be there, and that they'll choke you out in this area. But by the time you rotate up to this beacon and you're going through Cedo, or like towards Cedo, you get to see where the Beast team moved. But yeah, if they just like do this and then come fucking down this way, like I can kind of see that working if they get a clean rotation in. It's just that other teams have, like, other teams are just so likely to go that way. Like, the Launchpad team is going to be holding these buildings before you get there. This team's going to third-party you if you get there too quickly. He wants to get into the Pylon side, he said, so he probably wants to get over to this or this cluster of buildings. I guess there's a few ways to Pylon, right? Like, off of that scan, they could also just go through Cedo and down. And then they're over here. Barometer team can beat them to that pass, though. Okay, so they're going through this. So the Beast team took checkpoint. Cedo's clear. Like, they can get in Jurassic. They could try to hold the bunker, because I think that team's trying to leave and get through somewhere. I guess also if this team, if you think they're gonna take Cascade, you could also like drive in and like look at these set of buildings, like both of the ones in the circles, and then whatever's clear, you just take the other one, or like whatever's taken, you just take the other one. Can get more Evo here as well.
The same.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We just gotta take green and white, 100%.
Care tunnel when we're driving.
They might leave tunnel, and we can maybe take that if green and white gets taken.
Do you
I
want
can
me to
grab
get
the
out for
Devo
this or
hub.
no?
I can grab it. I can grab it.
You need zero.
Okay, so this is the building.
I think if we're quick,
They're coming in that way, but instead of looking for the Cascade buildings, they're looking for tunnel, and then they're looking for the building that I marked.
Okay.
I'm coming from the top.
Not have gone this way.
Oh no, they also look for Cascade.
Be very fucking careful, yeah. Just boost.
I think Guild's scanning.
Getting out.
Like
guys.
that here.
Carrier. On me.
Team here.
On my door.
Break door.
You need zero.
I
I
can't.
cracked one hard. In the corner here. Jesus one.
Outside the building over here on my thing.
Yeah, I'm diving away.
They should just let you leave. They have a good spot in zone. I think they're getting thirded. I'm gonna try and crawl away, Timmy. They're getting thirded. They're running away towards me. They're running away towards me. Maybe I don't know.
Did they not scan the Cascade buildings? What, like,
They're driving.
why would they just dive that blind?
On me.
Are they just tilted? Boosting for that building seems so weird.
Pathing with the Trident was not ideal, but
Yeah.
nothing wrong with your rat.
I mean, you don't think you think just driving straight towards it?
Nothing
Yes,
to go up on
because
the
we
right.
saw on the Jurassic team was going through to the fucking vents, so we just should have gone low ground.
Well, we did say like, what if there's a tunnel team? I didn't want to just drive in front of them.
No, that's not what I said.
No, somebody said.
Yeah.
Somebody said that.
Yeah,
Someone
the
said.
com was that's the only team that could beat us. That's the only team that could go for it, but we should beat them. NRG just died 5th. We'd prefer them like win the game, but that's fine.
I mean, they have like
We'd
a long
hope.
shot freaking lead already.
Yeah, that's why we want
No,
them to
he's
win
saying
the game.
he's saying that's why because they'll soak up more points.
Yeah.
than from
Like right, 12 points.
I mean,
Like, is he just assuming that they make it to that building before the other team? And that they can just, like he's saying, they can just drive in front of the tunnel? Did they scan Cascade as they went past it? Like, that should have been fine, no? Like, when he drives back up, if there were people there, they would have just gotten shot at.
Yeah, I'm diving away.
Like, there's no way that Cascades doesn't just, like, fucking rip your car
Be
here,
very
no?
fucking careful, yeah. Just boost.
getting out.
Like that here.
Carrier. On me.
Team here.
On my door.
Break door.
You need zero.
He says nobody can even take it after this in a second, but that's just not true. Cascade beats you there, no? Like, this team can just... The assumption, I feel like, is that they'll go here. That they'll just go to the Cascade buildings on the edge. But they could absolutely just be here instead.
I think if we're quick, we'll be fine.
The same.
You know what I'm saying?
There is nobody near us at all.
There's no one green and whites. Go take green and whites. Yeah. No one can even take it.
The same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. I'm saying that's the only team I can see taking it.
I think.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's
I
bad
think
luck.
if we're quick, we'll be fine.
Okay.
We just gotta take green and white, 100%.
Care tunnel when we're driving.
They might leave tunnel, and we can maybe take that if green and whites gets taken.
Do you
I
want
can
me to
grab
get
the
out for
Devo
this or
hub.
no?
I can grab it.
Okay.
On foot from here.
Alright, go.
So guys,
Jesus, what?
I don't think I can get it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the end of their, that's the end of their game 6, so I think they get 4th place
there's
off
a
the
guy
back of
coming
all
over
of
here.
this.
Yeah.
Like, that first boost was really bad, and they lost a lot of time off of it, but also, I think even if they don't lose that time, the team that Timmy pinged that said that they could get there faster would absolutely get there faster. Like they did. I feel like Wolsey's got to be assuming that that team was going to go to Cascade, and he just picked. Because he also, like, he says that he, like, the bunker team won't shoot at them, but that's just, he said that he thought they were going to leave, but that they'd beat them anyways, or, like, that's what he said that he said. Like, I don't know, man. They just ratted out in the end. Timmy gets a few more points. Nothing, like, huge. Ends up dying out at, like, 10. They did okay. Oh, well, I mean, this has been stealing top secret files from Moist. Thank you for joining me. Drop a like on the video if somehow you stuck around this long. I think this one's running a little long. I don't know what team I'm gonna do next. Maybe TSM, if I can find a stream for them. I think they got third off the back of this, like, game 6. So they also did pretty good. I don't feel like I learned a lot fighting-wise this game as much, or like this session, as much as I was just like focusing on looking at rotations and seeing what happened there. I don't feel like they fought a lot that wasn't like just a third party or that wasn't free. They didn't really get into a lot of neutral situations, or like anything that they did get into that looked kind of neutral, I feel like they ended up losing. The best game that we had, like, that I had to watch fighting wise was when they were wrapping up that hill to the because their win game was kind of free just off the back of where they were and off the team leaving no name. But the only other game that I might have been able to get good information on, like, how they fight and stuff like that, Waltzy DC'd on top of a rock in the open. So it's like, I mean, hey, what can you do? Happy to see their rotations. Watching different teams really gives me a different perspective for, like, what they think through and, like, what directions they want to go. But honestly, like, as far as ring pulls go, they were just kind of fucked a lot of the games. And the only thing that could have gotten them out of it is just, like, trying to play longer in the zone to maybe let those teams thin each other out so that they could eventually get through those chokes. But I don't know. Like, I feel like you need, I feel like they just need medkits and to just play for, like, purple or reds and just try to come into stuff late. But it's kind of hindsighty. It's hard to be absolutely sure that you're going to get into a clusterfuck when you do. You know, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I've been enjoying doing VOD review in this format. It gives me excuse to, like, actually keep my head in things while I watch streams like this. A lot of the time I just kind of tune out and I'm not, like, actively watching because I find it hard to do all of this in my head. But when I'm recording it and I'm, like, giving myself a reason to talk about it, it really keeps me on mostly focused just on the topic. So I've been enjoying it. It makes watching ALGS more fun for me because I'm less of, like, a passive observer. I'm trying to figure out, like, what I'd do and how I'd play out the situations myself. But that's gonna be all for today. Have a lovely morning, noon, or night, and peace.